Hey Lauren. Okay, so to go over the basics of what you're wanting to do for your portfolio, I'll show you real quick. So right here, I'm in Premiere. This is the when we were trying to get it to where the time cards could go in here, but they couldn't because of some issue. So first off, you have to, if you don't already, make sure that all of these are saved out onto their desktop. So right here, I have just like your main portfolio, Lauren portfolio. So what you can do in here is go up to File, Export Media. Make sure you're set to H.264 and make sure that your match sources meet the high bitrate, or not the bitrate, no. You want to meet 1080p, high quality 1080p. This way everything will be at a 920 by 1080, crisp, clear, and everything will be seen without it being scrunched. Once you have the setup, all you have to do is hit export. I already did it already, so I'm not going to do it again because it'll overwrite what I just done. But once you do, it will save out to your desktop, and you're going to then delete this one, drag in like this one here, and repeat the process till you have all of them laid out. And then in here, you'll then go into here, your desktop. This is mine. See, pretty busy, and you'll notice that I have them all slayed out. This one's Skull Bomb, this was Jump, Transform, so on and so forth. So now for your time cards, I have them already in Photoshop. What you want to make sure that you have the image size laid out at a 1920 by 1080. I already did it, so I'm already ahead of this game. And the one issue that the reason why the time cards couldn't go into either After FX or Premiere is they need to be PNG files. So what you can do is go up here, Save As, make sure I'm on the desktop, and just change this to, but you'll notice in here all of a sudden I can't do PNGs. So what I can then do is go up to File, Export, Save Web for Legacy. I'm on PNG here. Make sure 1920 by 1080, and then I save it out. Make sure I'm on desktop, and hit save. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this, do it for the rest, and then we'll go into After Effects. Alright, so I've done everything. So if I go in here, I have them laid out right here, and if I hover over it, you'll notice PNG file. So now let's go into After Effects. I'm going to go in here, do a File, Import Multiple Files. So in here, now because my desktop is actually somewhat clean up, I can then select all these. So those are imported. What I just did was clicked on the first one, shift onto the last one, and then I'm going to then control click the others. And then import. So you'll notice in here that I have the cards, and then I have your videos. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just basically going to now drag, make sure that I'm not on render queue. Otherwise it'll not work right. But when you place it in here, you'll notice that I now have this compensation, but I also have the first video file. So if I play through with spacebar, it'll go through everything. Now for what you're going to do next is you'll determine, okay, so I have this, what's my next one? So let's say you want to do your hooray. So you'll go in here, look for your card that says, so you'll then place this one at the bottom, place hooray underneath, and then for your compensation you want to right click on this, go to the compensation settings, and you notice it's at 4 minutes. You want to make it a high number, so let's do 15 for now. We could always adjust it later. This way it gives you time to put your others. Now with these two selected, I just control clicked. I'm going to now drag them, place them right here. Gonna go to the JPEG because make sure you unclick and you're only on the one that you want. And then place this, so let's say I have this go for like 5 seconds, I think that is. And then I place this one here. Now I'm going to go to my next one. I'm going to go, let's say, the jump. Drag the jump. Select the two, drag them over. Being a pain. For some reason that has a lot of seconds to it. Drag it over. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to place that one here and jump here. So I'm going to go ahead, quickly pause this, do the rest, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So I just dragged the rest. So you'll notice here that if I go here, I'm going to your skull bomb, but I'm not having enough time for the actual animation. So I'm going to go back into the right click compensation settings, and I'm just going to change this to now, let's say 25 minutes or seconds, however it goes in here. This way it gives me more keyframes. So now I'm going to drag this one over. I want it to last there, and then I'm going to drag the final file right there, and then I'm just going to go here. So the last, so you'll notice here if you end it, it'll end at 24 seconds. But you'll also notice that if you do this now, it'll actually be a little, let's just go to the, let's just see how this animation, how everything goes. So with spacebar, you'll notice that plays out. And you'll notice that it'll loop again because that's what After Effects does. So you'll notice that everything looks good. Now let's say for some reason, let's say first keyframe doesn't, it's like fast, you want to slow it down. You can actually right click on here, go to time, and time stretch. It's at 100%, but if you change this to like 125, 150, play around with it, you can even put it back to 100 if it doesn't look good, and it'll actually make it to where everything slows down. Now the last thing what you need to do is what I did was made it to where it actually looked like it had a fade in fade out effect. So if you go up into your filters, type in